We are going to start with unit number 5, page number 43 to 44, and the topic name is plant kingdom. All the plants of the world are included in the kingdom known as plant kingdom. The plant kingdom can be divided into flowering and non-flowering plants. Basically, all the plants of the world, whether if you look at this picture, you have angiosperm, gymnosperms, algae, whatever the plant is present on the earth, all the plants are included in a kingdom, in a group that is known as plant kingdom. Plant kingdom is basically divided into two groups that are one is flowering plants and the second one is non-flowering plants. I am going to explain flowering plants and non-flowering plants in detail. Non-flowering plants. These plants do not produce flower. They are known as gymnosperms. So basically, all the plants that are included in a group of non-flowering plants, they do not produce flower and they're also known as gymnosperms. Non-flowering plants are of two types. Some are seedless, that they don't have any seed. Like you have examples of algae, mosses, and ferns. You can look at your book. In your book, there are different pictures given, and if you look at this picture, these are your ferns. You have mosses. Then you have second type of non-flowering plants. Some are seed-bearing plants like spruce, fir, pine, but their seeds are not enclosed in fruit and flower. Some of the non-flowering plants they do have seed, but their seeds are not converted into fruits and flower. So basically, non-flowering plants they do not produce any seed, fruit or flower. Flowering plants. Flowering plants are also known as angiosperm. Their scientific name is angiosperm. And if you look at this picture that is given, you can see flowers of different colors. So all the flowers that produce seed, basically non-flowering plants that we studied earlier, their main thing was that they do not produce seed. Flowering plants do produce seed and their seeds are converted or enclosed in fruits and flowers. So all the plants that come in the category of flowering plants, they produce fruit and flower. Now I am going to show you a video that is further going to clear your concept about the difference between flowering plants and non-flowering plants.
So plants are classified into two main groups. Number 1, flowering plants. Number 2, non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants, they do not produce flowers. Flowering plants, they produce bright colorful flowers. Non-flowering plants. The plants which do not bear flowers are called non-flowering plants. It means they have no reproductive organ. They reproduce by spores and also they are reproduced by seeds that is developed in their cones. Examples of non-flowering plants are conifers, ferns, mosses. Flowering plants. The plants that bears flowers are called flowering plants. Flowers are the reproductive organs of the flowering plants. Flowering plants develop seeds in their fruits. The examples of flowering plants are rose, hibiscus, sunflower, mango, banana, and papaya. Flowering plants are further divided into two groups, monocot and dicot.